will be.
Hi, I'm Shay Lisi, and if this is your first time here, welcome to Rapstar Garage. If not, welcome back to my channel. I am here with my first motorcycle ever, my Suzuki Boulevard, the LS650 S40. Now, is it an LS650? I think it's all the same things. There's so many numbers and letters when it comes to motorcycles. Just name it something cool. My first one was a GZ250. Second one was an LS650. The third one was an LS650. And my fourth one was a S40, but it's all the same thing.
Yeah, Suzuki Savage is basically
what it is. It's a Suzuki Savage, a Suzuki Boulevard. It's the same motorcycle. If you're gonna have a motorcycle, have a cool name. Don't just name it a bunch of numbers and letters.
Well, this isn't, well, that's funny because that's what Harley does. They have names for them, but then they all have a number and letter designation as well. So this motorcycle is not your motorcycle anymore. That motorcycle is sold.
Thank you so much to Buck for buying my motorcycle. It's going to a great home.
We'll tell Buck's story later because I don't want to spoil it. So we'll just leave it at that. But yes, what's funny about this is Shay goes, has the motorcycle sold yet? Because we both talked about it in our videos. I knew it would go fast. You know, it's a good deal. Even before it sold, and we knew it would sell, so it wasn't that big. But
for a small loan from the bank of Shadetree Surgeon, I was able to go buy something that I've been wanting to buy. Well, something I've been really wanting to buy is a panhead, but I ain't got panhead money.
No, you ain't. The way the panheads are going, you might never have panhead money. They just keep getting more expensive. You will have to exponentially make more money as they get more expensive to ever afford a panhead. It's just not happening.
Might as well buy a boat.
Yeah. You a lot cheaper boats than panheads, that's for sure. Anyway, this motorcycle now belongs to somebody else, and this motorcycle now belongs to Shay Lisi. This is a year unknown because it's assembled from parts shovelhead. But, you know, essentially anywhere from a mid-70s to early 80s, FXE is what it's based on.
FXE?
FXE, yeah.
FXE?
FXE, that's what it is.
Oh god, this bike's gonna need a name real fast.
Yeah.
But it's a shovelhead.
The FXE was kind of the very first, what we'll call a factory custom from Harley Davidson. Did you know that?
No.
So all the different numbers and letters in these names for Harley Davidson stand for different stuff. Like the F stands for Big Twin. So it's got the Big Twin, not a Sportster engine.
Why does F stand for Big Twin?
That's just what it stands for.
Does it stand for fast?
I guess.
F is for friends who do stuff together.
The F stands for the Big Twin. Wait, does it? Yeah. Anyway, so and the X stands for Sportster. So Sportsters are an XL. That's their designation. So the F stands for Big Twin. The X stands for Sportster because that's the suspension. This was the very first bike where they took the Big Twin, the FXE, or the FX before it had the electric start, but this does have an electric start, so it's an FXE. But the first time they took a Big Twin and they put Sportster suspension on it. So they did that. Now someone else who doesn't know about the history of Harley Davidsons might go, well, that's worse. Sportster suspension is not as good. That's not true. Back in the day, Sportster suspension was sporty. All the guys who were building bikes in the custom scene to make them fast would take the Big Twin and then they would pull the touring suspension off of it, which is what they usually came with, like the FLH and stuff like that came with the big shrouded touring suspension. And when they were making choppers and sporty bikes, they put Sportster suspension on it. So Harley Davidson eventually was like, hey, that sounds pretty good. I think we'll just do that right from the factory. So thus was born the FX, the very first factory custom from Harley Davidson.
Well, I didn't know that, and I don't really know anything about choppers or shovel heads or vintage motorcycles in general. Everything I'm learning from scratch.
Yeah, you gonna learn with this, that's for sure.
Nobody taught me anything, and the stuff I've been taught backwards as a joke. So now it's time to learn correctly. This was the bike that I bought as a project for myself so I can learn correctly. I want to build my own chopper from scratch. Well, not from scratch.
Yeah, luckily not from scratch. We were originally looking for an engine, just an engine.
Yeah, I didn't think I would be able to find a motorcycle for this cheap. I was looking for just an engine, and this came up for the same price as an engine.
Yep, and it is a running bike. What's even better about this is one of the reasons we were looking for just an engine. Sometimes you can find deals on shovel heads every once in a while, but we really didn't want to cut up a stock frame, like an old 1970s frame that's a Survivor. We didn't want to do that.
Wrong.
Yeah, no, it seems kind of wrong. I mean, not saying we wouldn't do it, but we didn't want to. This bike is titled as a year 2000. It's got an aftermarket frame that we won't feel bad about cutting apart at all. Even the engine is not actually a 70s engine. It's got aftermarket 4-plug heads. It's got what is a upgrade. The guy who was selling it thought that it made it not as good, and I guess for some people it wouldn't make it as good, but it does actually have Delcron cases. It doesn't leak any oil, leaks a little bit of gas, and that's, you know, the Delcron cases are better. It's got aftermarket 4-plug high-performance heads. It's got an aftermarket frame. This is actually, you stole this bike. For $3,000 for the trade between the Suzuki Savage and this bike, you stole this thing.
He stole it!
You definitely did, man. For somebody else, this would be just the perfect find for a chopper because you're taking it all apart and you've already got a bunch of pieces on it. If you just took some of the aftermarket stuff on this, the S&S carb, the cases, and just like a few parts on this bike, you have pretty much the $3,000 that you spent on the bike. Well, I mean, you spent it. I spent it, and then you paid me back when you sold this thing. So it was just pretty much even traded the Suzuki Savage for this shovel head. I think you got a hell of a deal though. You're not gonna feel bad cutting it up. And even if you didn't want to cut it up, you could literally just ride it exactly as it sits. There's nothing wrong with it.
No. Well, I will.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna have to with your broken arm because by the time this thing is, by the time you're
for 6 weeks. In 6 weeks, I hope to have this shit apart.
We're gonna ride it around a little bit and then we're gonna start pulling this sucker apart. It's got this just absolutely ridiculous stretch gas tank. Not my speed at all. If the guy who sold it to us is watching, I'm sorry, but that gas tank is just ridiculous. Yeah, everything on it. The rear tire is like super wide. Shaylee's gonna go to, it's gonna be a real skinny chopper.
Skinny tires in the back, Springer front end. I wanna do a stretch, probably rabbit
ears, yep.
Handlebars.
So we're gonna go up, but I think we're gonna keep the rake the same. Both me and Shaylee kind of like that whole like up in the neck, but then with a kind of a stock rake. I think that's a really good look on bikes. And just then that just necessitates you having a long front end. It makes them handle really well too. And then of course, bye-bye to the rear end. That's getting a hardtail.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, see you later. And, you know, we might do some other stuff, some magnetos, although the magnetos will be a much more expensive proposition because you have 4-plug heads.
I don't know what that means.
You're gonna find out. Well, let's see if you can kickstart this thing, huh? Completely cold. Touch the pipe. That's how you grab the pipe to show people that you're kickstarting it from cold.
You want me to grab a pipe?
Yeah, grab that pipe.
On YouTube.
Yeah, that one. Or just touch the engine. Grab a part of the engine that would be hot. Yeah, something. Go ahead. Touch a part of it that would be hot.
That's what she said.
Ah! Okay, you got him. Got him. So anyway, yes. Cold bike. Let's see if Shaylee, you can't ride it because of your broken arm, and let me tell you what, this clutch pull would be pretty rough even if you didn't have a broken arm. But Shaylee, another thing she's going to learn is how to ride a foot clutch because it's getting a hand shift foot clutch on it in addition to everything else. Yeah, choppers are hard to ride. That's the point. The point is to build a bike that only you know how to ride, a trick bike. It's got so many tricks on it that no one else could ride it away because they just crash it immediately. That's what choppers are all about, baby.
I want to create a problem.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. That is the chopper mentality. Creating problems. All right, let's see if you can kick this thing over.
It's my bike.
That's your bike. All right, you think you can kickstart it?
I don't know. I think I can do anything if I truly believe.
Well, you're gonna have to really, truly believe in yourself. Although it is a good running bike, and the 4-plug heads make it easier to kickstart than a normal shovel head. But you have to be careful because it can kick back on you, and if it does kick back on you, you can break.
I heard you could break your knee.
You can break your knee. It could be bad. You just got to be careful. All right. Well, let's see if you can knock this thing out. Do you remember how to do it?
No.
Turn the gas. Whoa. So that's the key to start it.
I didn't know if you had to like a regular bike where you just like turn it on to turn it on.
So turn that on.
I don't know.
There you go. Now it's on.
Yeah, see, I thought the key did that.
Turn the gas on.
The gas is on.
Okay.
I turned it on.
Prime it a couple times. All right, that's good. Now you want to get it to top dead center. So top dead center, you'll be able to feel when you're on here. So most people will start like this on the bike. So if this is at top dead center, you can feel it. You get up and you got to really kick your leg down to get the force on it. Way more than I would have to. What you would do is get on it with that knee. There you go. You don't even have to use the other hand. And so that's from there is where you're gonna kind of jump off the bike and come down on it. You're gonna stand up completely on that, and as you come down, kick it to make it go down even harder.
So.
Stand up, on that, completely up, yep. It will hold your weight. Just, yeah, that's okay, but that's what you're gonna have to do.
Oh, scary.
See, there's just not enough gas. That's the problem. That's why I couldn't kick it. Not because I'm weak.
I don't think it's because you're weak. It's because you weigh 98 pounds. Now, you can do it. I'm not saying that if you weigh 98 pounds, you can't kickstart it. There are plenty of little girls out there who kickstart these bikes all the time.
I can kickstart it. It's just harder.
It's scary. It's my first time.
All right, try again. It's on.
It's on?
Yeah. There you go. That's it. Just more. Kickstart your bike. All right, turn it off. Do it again.
It only took a few tries.
Yeah, no, that's a normal amount to try. This is a really good running bike. The 4-plug heads make them a lot easier to start because it's just got a lot more spark up there.
That first one was scary though.
When it almost fell over?
Yeah.
Hey, you'll be fine. All right, turn it on. Kickstart it again. Now you're kind of getting the technique down, you know what I mean?
Technique!
You're not doing the technique.
Shay Lacey is cleaning up some stuff in the garage. As you can see, needs it. She found the Suzuki hat. She goes, do we need this for anything? I go, I actually borrowed that hat specifically because I didn't film it. I know, how crazy. We didn't film something. I didn't film it when I surprised her with this. I actually waited the house she was staying at the time and surprised her with it. And I borrowed that hat from my friend Pretty Josh, Nomad Josh 13, because he has a Suzuki boat motor, because I wanted to be wearing a Suzuki hat when I gave it to her. So
I did not notice.
I know, it's for me more. Anyway, whoever gets this bike next, now you've got a Suzuki hat. That's a Suzuki boat motor hat, but still, it says Suzuki on it. That's pretty cool. You know, instead of giving it away, now you get to rep the Suzuki Simps.
Susie. Tammy's outside working on her bike with Josh, so I am here to pack orders, and I think I just figured out how to print a manifest. You're welcome, USPS.
I have done the impossible.
So strong.
Work?
Finally. Jeez. It looks nicer though, I think.
Good stress.
Doesn't look as shitty.
Can I show you what I have manifested?
A manifest? Is that really? Wow, for like the smallest order ever, there's only like 20 things on here.
Those are 20 people.
No, I appreciate every person here. Mark Helms, Berto Fromberg, Jocelyn Lindenville, Eric Potts, Garrett Farmer. Oh, I love Garrett Farmer. Lance Manager, Ellen Cameroni Cavalani. Cameron Kalani, Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith orders it.
I know, Jaden Smith.
Damn. Joseph Hutchinson, Kevin McCullen, Tracy Hensley, Jason Ridgway, Damon Payne, and Matthew Baird. Thank you all. We appreciate you. But this is going directly in the trash because the post office. They're my arch nemesis.
Why?
I don't know. Someone's got to have one.
What are you, a golden retriever?
Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. It is bittersweet to have to sell the Suzuki, but better things are coming. Well, I don't know about better, but different. I have no idea what the future holds for my chopper project. I kind of know what the chopper is gonna look like in my head. I have so much to learn when it comes to choppers and building motorcycles. I'm absolutely okay being the dumbest person in the room, so I know that I have so much to learn. I have nothing to prove. All I know is I want to learn. And I can't learn if I never try. So this is the start of my chopper build series with my shovelhead. Speaking of choppers, just a reminder that we are giving away this chopper right here. It was built by Paul Sr. and donated from Bert from Bert's Barracuda. Tickets are only $25 and all of the proceeds go to benefit people who were affected by Hurricane Ian. Things are still very bad here in Florida. Your $25 can do a lot of good for the families that have been affected here. We're not just giving away this chopper, we're giving away a lot of awesome prizes, e-bikes, fishing trips. Bert offered to fly someone down for a fishing trip. You can come party with the Brapstar crew and Bert on a boat. The fishing trip raffle will actually be drawn tomorrow at Bert's Barracuda on their live stream. Either come hang out with us at Bert's tomorrow, January the 5th, or tune into the live stream because you could win a fishing trip and also potentially this chopper. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the ding dong diddle, do all the things. I'm here for you every Sunday and Wednesday and every Tuesday and Thursday on Twitch. Bye! I want to create a problem.